Hey, howdy there again, folks. You get, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler platter video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Where I go over there and try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then I talk about the stuff. I let you know all that you need to know about the food and the drink and the stuff and the consumption and the eating and the drinking and all the doings. That's what I do. Doing it from my truck, which if you follow my videos, well, you might know that, I probably found something on my way to some place or whatever, and that's why I'm doing it from the truck. Today is no exception. While I'm doing it, I'm wearing my Braun t-shirt. Some crumbs. Braun from Transformers. Favorite of the Autobots. Love Braun. He's awesome. Got killed in the movie. It's like, he was like the first death in the movie. But he went out blitzing Megatron. So, getting killed like that bitch-ass Prowl got fucking shot by a Constructicon. Anyway, so yeah, folks, what am I trying for y'all today? Well, like I said, I happen to be on my way doing something. I honestly wasn't even going to do a video. I haven't actually done a video in a little while now. I've got a few backlog that eventually I'm going to upload, but I've been sort of teetering off on the videos. I do have some planned for a little bit later on, but I kind of intend to change sort of the theme of things a little bit, but that's later on anyway. In the meantime, I actually was just going out today for some lunch, and I just wanted something quick and easy. It's like a super dreary day out. I didn't want to cook anything, so headed over to Arby's, and wasn't expecting to find an item. I usually don't do Arby's items, though I did do their premium chicken nuggets. Go ahead and watch that video. They are still available at Arby's at the moment. So I got to the drive-thru, looking over their menu items. They had a new sandwich available, and I actually picked it up. Wasn't even thinking about, like, oh, I could do a video about this. It just ended up being one of those things where, in retrospect, I was like, oh, well, okay, I think I can do something with this. Because the thing with Arby's is that usually their items, like, they have, new items pretty regularly. They're not usually, like, wacky or anything. Like, Arby's, despite The Simpsons kind of giving them a black eye for an entire generation, they actually have pretty solid food, especially when you consider, it's fast food. And so I usually don't find too much there that, like, I can work off of because it's not wacky or all that interesting. But, like in the case with the premium chicken nuggets, where I could kind of work off it, sort of being part of, like, the whole, like, chicken revolution, lots of chicken sandwiches and all that stuff. This one was something where I thought, I think I can work with this. So, what am I trying for y'all today, folks? Well, boom! What is this, folks? Well, this is the Arby's country-style rib sandwich. Like beef brisket rib sandwich or whatever. I'll get the actual title when I do the episode title. But yeah. Reason why I figured I could go with this? Well, because, of course, they announced not too long ago, I don't know if it's out or not, but McDonald's announced they're bringing back their, annual American institution, the McRib. It's a delightful item that we as a nation have decided we're going to embrace, maybe once or twice a year. They kind of fluctuate between how often they do it. And Arby's decided, fuck that, man. If y'all are going to do a rib sandwich, we're going to do an Arby's rib sandwich. Arby's used to do a venison sandwich, too. I had one year, years ago. And it was like an annual thing that they did. And they would only do it for like a very limited time. And then it seems like they stopped doing it. But anyway. So, yeah, I figured with this tie-in, I can kind of make it work into something a little bit interesting and get a video out at the same time. Yeah. So we're going to do the thing. I've been yammering on for a bit now. Yeah, let go. So, okay. I mean, right off the bat, it gets points for looking like actual meat compared to the McRib, which I call an American institution, and it kind of is in its own weird way, but let's be honest, folks, it's not. it's almost more for the fun of it at this point. But but yeah, that's clearly some actual beef or pork or whatever. Let's open it up a little bit. It's like I was worried that there was pickles, but no, that's just cheese. And it looks like they got some crispy onions under there. So, all right. I mean, it's not a terrible looking sandwich. It's a little bit lopsided. This side's a little bit more than this. I think they could have stuck one more thing right there. Hello. I think I could have had some rib in me to go over there and fill out the sandwich. Yes. Oh, I'm feeling silly. Let's eat the sandwich. Pretty sure this is pork, not beef. I don't know. Definitely tastes like pork. It looks like pork too. And to its credit, that looks pretty decent. Okay, well, the first bite, I'm kind of happy because, like, there's some barbecue sauce on there, as you would imagine. That particular bite, I didn't really get a lot in the way of sauce, which is good because it affords me the opportunity to taste the actual meat more than, the sauce. Oh, of course it did. Well, we're going to try the sauce, folks. Trying the sauce, don't leak on me. And from what I can taste of the sauce, that tastes like fairly standard Arby's barbecue sauce, which is a pretty good barbecue sauce, at least by, fast food standards. It's got a little bit of a smokiness to it. It's very flavorful. A little sweet, but not super sweet. So, yeah, I can go with that. Looks like there might also be some mayo, too. Which makes for a nice combo. Yeah, there's definitely mayo. Alright, so the pork, it's very tender, it's not overly chewy, doesn't seem fatty. It's got good flavor, like it genuinely has like good pork flavor to it, so, which I'm not surprised by, because again, if you grew up around the time I did, I made the Simpsons thing reference earlier. They had the joke at one point in time of, one of the kids opined that they were so hungry they could eat at Arby's, and everybody was shocked and horrified. And I know for myself that definitely changed my opinion of Arby's for a long time. But the reality is like Arby's is actually a solid enough place, and like if you're going for something that's got, something that's quick and easy, but isn't just like a burger or something like that, Arby's has a lot of solid options. It's not the best of anything you're going to get anywhere, but it's not trying to be. It's just, it's doing its thing. Kind of in a vein of like Culver's or, something like that. But yeah, I mean, they have quality stuff, so. Alright, now we're going to go for, I'm going to try to get like the bulk of it over here. It looks like it's got some sauce and some onions. Okay. The immediate thing I'll say is this. Like I said, I mean, this is kind of them, poking at the McRib a little bit. It's an entirely different experience, as you'd kind of expect. But the McRib, a lot of the flavor hinges on the sauce and everything. There's actually like a little documentary about the formation of the McRib, and like it took like a long time to develop and like to get the sauce just right and stuff. A lot of the flavor comes from the sauce. With this, the sauce is certainly there. It has its role to play, but the majority of the flavor you're getting is actually from like the pork. So kind of the experience that I get from it is initially you have sort of the hit of the sauce. It's doing its thing. Then that kind of fades out. The onion seems to be more texture based than like I'm sure I got some onion flavor, but I think it was more to add a little bit of a crispy texture, because kind of right after that it went back to the pork flavor, and the pork flavor is nice. So that's the thing. If you're getting a McRib, you're kind of getting it to celebrate the flavor of the sauce. With this, you're clearly getting it to celebrate the flavor of the pork. Or if I'm wrong, whatever animal. I'm pretty sure it's pork, but just in case I get it wrong and I have to like add in a disclaimer in the description or whatever. But yeah, it's like I said, I mean, it's not really a comparison for the McRib. They're both doing different things, even if they're supposed to be a similar product. Only in name alone. This to me is really more of a pork sandwich. You can kind of tag in the rib aspect of it if you want. But generally speaking, even for me outside of the McRib, when you think of like barbecue ribs, usually you think, pretty heavy sauce. With this, they didn't do that, and I think it's to the benefit of the overall sandwich. I'm sure it would have been fine, but unless they wanted to like develop a new sauce, like a new barbecue sauce for it, because I think that the normal Arby sauce would have been a bit too much if, they'd kind of permeated the sandwich with it. This works much better as just a solid, pork rib sandwich than really trying to be like a real, barbecue rib type sandwich. So yeah, I can go with that. I really can. Is it going to go over there and dethrone the mighty McRib? No, not a chance in hell. And Arby's knows it. They're not. They might poke the bear a bit, but they know that they're not realistically in competition with McDonald's. And they're not. They're two different things. So this sandwich to me honestly kind of exemplifies what I like about Arby's and their food, which is that, it has sort of an equivalent, they're still in the fast food range of things to an extent, but it is higher quality. It is, it's putting more emphasis on the actual quality of the product. And I think that shines through. I mean, say what you will about Arby's, but I'm gonna give it to them. So, would this get my recommendation? 100%. If you're, like I said, if you're looking for something that's a McRib, no, it's not that. But if you're going through an Arby's, you see this on their menu, absolutely check it out. I think this is a very good sandwich. I think it's very flavorful. I think it has a lot going for it. I really do. Some of Arby's stuff is a little bit hit or miss. This, for me, is definitely a hit. Like, if they decided, I think this is a limited time item, if they decide to keep this on their menu, I'd be 100% for it. I think this is a very good sandwich. So, alright, folks, that's going to do it for me and the sandwich and the things. Good. I'm going to sign off in a second here. Could do 5 things for me real quick. For yourself, have yourself an awesome rest of your day, phenomenal rest of your week, stupendous rest of your month, a great rest of your year. If you could go over there and have yourselves a barbecue rib-tastic rest of your life, that'd be pretty awesome. Barbecue ribs, pretty amazing. If you're vegan or vegetarian or some other Aryan, maybe not that, but then go over there, have yourselves a very salady rest of your life, or whatever you're going for. Hey folks, I'm not. But to be fair, like if you're, vegetarian or vegan or what have you, why would you watch this? I have no idea, but maybe you do. Maybe it's just to be like, that guy eating meat. And to be fair, you can shake your fist, folks. I'm all things concerned, I'm pretty much cool with everybody, so I won't shake my fist back. It's you do you. Final two things for me, folks, if you could. Number one, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. Sometimes you can't do it, though. I know I can't do it all the time. If you can't, it's okay. But if you can't put the good stuff out there, try not to take it away. Put the good stuff out and try not to be an asshole. You're going to fail sometimes. Everybody does, but try to mitigate it where you can. Final thing for me, folks, if you could, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to do. Maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to come out with, like, the next big rib sandwich that's going to fuse the saucy flavors of the McRib with with the pork quality of the Arby's, and you're going to find that perfect fusion, and it's going to be the best rib sandwich ever, and you're going to go over there, you come out with your own restaurant, and you're going to be super successful. But then, McDonald's is going to be like, brr, corporate stuff, and they're going to try to sue you. But you're going to win. You're going to take them down. You're going to take down the institution that is McDonald's. I guess. Or, I don't know, learn to play an instrument or something. Excuse me. Anyway, folks, bye.